My first guest tonight is a former agent with Homeland Security investigations who previously looked into fraudulent Minnesota daycares. He was doing this back in 2015. He says despite finding evidence of sham centers, even serving warrants, he says his task force was disbanded without any reason. Jeremy Christenson joining me tonight. Thanks for being here, Jeremy.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You said these cases, you investigated them, nothing happened. They went into thin air, no prosecutions. How do you think this played out? What happened here?
Well, like I said, I was assigned to a state task force. Let me be clear. This wasn't a federal task force. This was run by the state of Minnesota,
Sure.
Department of Human Services. And so they ran it. My personal belief is that the powers to be higher up in the state of Minnesota just didn't want the case to move forward, and therefore it just went away. I mean, we don't go out and serve search warrants, collect tons of evidence, do surveillance, do all this. I mean, search warrants are your last line of investigation when you're getting ready to go forward with charges. We had served multiple warrants. I mean, just an immense amount of documents and so forth we seized, and then all of a sudden the task force just went away. That just does not make any sense. And again,
really
to be clear, during this time, this was a local case and a local prosecution. It was not a federal case, even though I was assigned as a federal agent to the task force.
So do you think the safeguard broke down at the local level or the state level?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. There's no question in my mind that the powers to be higher up within the state of Minnesota shut this down. No question in my mind whatsoever.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they did that instead of this investigation now getting worse and opening up years later?
Because there was no reason to disband that task force. I'm confident the person that was in charge of that task force was actually chastised. I think if that person ever comes forward, they may have some enlightening experiences working for the state, because that my understanding was that things didn't go well for that person's career based on this case.
Jeremy, I have to say, this wasn't a small task force. This was 20 agents. Have you spoken with them about these investigations? Or the person that was leading that you mentioned that may have been chastised?
Not personally in the last few years. Like I said, I retired in 2022, but I am in contact with several of my colleagues within HSI yet, and they all are in agreement too with how terribly this went. But as far as the ones that ran the task force, no. Again, they were Department of Human Services investigators, and I'm trying to think if they're even law enforcement credentialed in Minnesota. I can't quite recall if they're even fully credentialed law enforcement or if they're civilian investigators with Health and Human Services. But again, the heat came down on them pretty hard. These poor investigators, I really feel for them. They really did a wonderful job working this case. But I don't even know if it ever made it to the county attorney's office for charges other than being shut down at the higher levels within the state.
Especially with millions of dollars being squandered here. Governor Tim Walz responded today. He said he spent years cracking down on fraud. Of course, he's referring cases to law enforcement shutting down high-risk programs. You just laughed. Tell me what you think came of his investigations.
That investigation, my only saving grace right now is that HSI stepping in and doing this investigation, because the state's not capable of doing this. They don't have the integrity to complete investigation fair and impartial. I have a tremendous confidence in my HSI colleagues that are now actively working with this. I think we'll hopefully get some resolution with this, because I trust my HSI colleagues. As long as they get the good support from the U.S. Attorney's Office, I think we might see some resolution on the federal side with this. Under the state side, I absolutely see no resolution with the state of Minnesota. They don't have the forethought to handle an investigation like this and to be fair and impartial.
Do you feel vindicated here, Jeremy, now that federal authorities are getting involved, even if it's years later?
I do. And like I said, I have complete confidence in my HSI colleagues that they will make this case go as long as they get the support from the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I cannot tell you how many of my colleagues, past and present, have reached out to me since I came out about this, that are thankful that I came forward with this, because we were muzzled for years. It was just heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking to put up with this and have to deal with this and not be able to talk about this for years.
I can't imagine. Can you share with me and the viewers what you saw when you showed up to these facilities?
Yeah, it's just like they are now. Matter of fact, I'm pretty confident I've been to some of these same ones that the YouTuber posted. They were just like that, except for when we went, there weren't even people there. They were empty. We had to force entry. Wasn't a soul there. They were just absolutely completely empty. Stacks and stacks of invoices and records, but yet not a person there. Not a person there.
Do you think people will be held accountable now that it is making national headlines?
I do. Like I said, I have confidence in my HSI colleagues in Minneapolis that they're going to make this case go. There's some awesome investigators. As long as they have the support from the U.S. Attorney's Office, I suspect they're going to make some serious headway on this.
You mentioned you retired a few years ago, but with your expertise, what happens next in a case like this, Jeremy?
Well, depending how well the state cooperates, if they have evidence yet that we uncovered years ago, if they can get that evidence is going to be too stale. They're going to have to restart this investigation in a lot of ways. They're going to have to hopefully, start surveillance again, establish fresh probable cause that these centers are empty. They're going to have to get fresh documents because you can't use documents 10 years old for search warrants and indictments. You're going to need fresh information. So they're going to have to refresh the case, which is going to be a lot of work. But hopefully they get some cooperation from the state and get all the old records from the old investigators that work this. My case is there. All my records and all my reports from when I did it are there. So there's some stuff to work on. But they basically got to refresh this case and kind of start from over and gather all new evidence, because a lot of the evidence is just simply too old to use for fresh indictments or fresh warrants.
Well, we're certainly not letting up on this investigation. We appreciate your time and insight. Jeremy Christenson, thank you again.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.